This movie clip we will talk about the grid labeler, which will show on our map labels in a grid format for LandPro. I'm going to go to my list of prospects and select a prospect. And once the prospect edit screen opens up, I will go to the GIS window, and the image of my prospect will automatically be displayed. You will notice here it already shows us a track number and a subtrack number. I can remove this information. I'm going to go into subtracts and remove the labels. And you see here I can pick any sort of label in there. So for now the first thing is remove the subtract labels. And now what I'm going to do is go into the track layer and go to symbology, and under labels, again I have access to a number of LandPro fields already, but I can always add additional fields. You can add additional fields. But instead of this standard labeler, I'm going to select Grid Labeler up here. And here I can just put in a header. I can call it Mineral Ownership Records. Specify that the track ownership is the main table we're going to be working with. And then I'm going to add the individual fields that I'd like to see. So let me start out showing, for example, the owner ID. And we're going to follow that with the perhaps the tracked mineral interest, track on interest. The number of decimals. And let's add also, let's see, in case this interest is leased, we may want to see the lease ID. And how about the lease expiration date? That's good information. Okay. So I've selected these 4 fields, and they come from 3 different tables: owner, tracked ownership, and from the lease table. And now click OK. I can specify what kind of font I want. Arial, let's go Courier, maybe 8 point. You can change the color. Okay. And now I just click OK, and it will display these things automatically in there for me. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in one of my tracks. And you see that on this particular tract I have one owner. He has 100% interest and he is leased, and there's the expiration date of my lease. So not only you can display on your maps data coming in from LandPro, you can also see the actual data grids. Okay, and I know we have another movie just on that, but just to show you that real briefly, I'll show you how I can select a tract, and then I can click mineral ownership, and there it is. It shows me now the mineral ownership on this tract. If I double click, I'm actually seeing the data itself. So this gives you total flexibility in viewing and working with this data. I'm now zooming into a different tract, and I'm selecting this tract. And let's say I want to see leases on here, so I click my leases button, and it's telling me that on this tract I have 2 different leases. Okay, so here I can see 2 different leases, and again I can double click and open my lease, and then I have access to all the information about this lease. Important dates, related parties, location, entity interest, acreage. I also have access to all sorts of cross-references, special provisions. These are all the special provisions on my lease. Payment obligations. And if I want this data to be brought out to Excel, all I have to do is right click and just say export snapshot to Excel, and it will bring all of my payment obligations out to Excel. Again, I was in the map itself, and I just selected one or more features like I'm doing right now, and then I told the system I want to see mineral ownership, I want to see wells, contracts, leases, properties, chain of title instruments. So if you want to see all of your chain of title instruments, you just select that. In this case there's only one, and it'll show you the grantor, the grantee, and filing information. On the same token, if you want to see contracts affecting those polygons there, I have 3 different contracts.